Hi everyone, my name is Natasha.
And I'm Kristin.
And welcome to sportsworld.net. Today we will be examining the effects of anxiety and stresses on sports performance.
Anxiety and its impacts on performance is one of the main research areas in sports psychology today and has been a popular requested topic for us to cover.
During this video, we will address studies that have been conducted surrounding anxiety and ego depletion in relation to sports performance, as well as pre-competitive achievement goals, stress appraisals, emotion, and coping among athletes.
We will also hear from an expert, Lisa Smith, who will share some sports anxiety performance facts. So without further ado, let's jump right into it and hear about the first study we will be examining today.
The first study we are looking at, there are actually two studies that were conducted by Englert and Alex Bergman. The effects of anxiety and ego depletion on free-throw performance and dart performance was analyzed. This relationship was analyzed in both sports by performing experiments which measured the participants' baseline performance success rates. After measuring their baseline success rates, the experiments measured the participants' dispositional sports anxiety. They then manipulated the participants' ego depletion by randomly assigning them to either a depletion or non-depletion condition. Questionnaires were then implemented to record whether or not the experimental manipulation was successful or not. The participants were then told they would have to perform another set of free throws or dart throws. However, they were told that their performances would be compared to their teammates' performances, and then those performances would then be compared to other club performances. Before the participants performed their second set of free throws or dart throws, they were given questions to measure their level of state anxiety. Finally, the participants performed their second and final last set of free throws or dart throws. They were then thanked and rewarded for their participation and made aware of the actual focus of the studies. They were then all debriefed in order for none of the participants to leave the study feeling distressed. The results of both studies concurred with one another, finding that there was a significant relationship between state anxiety and sports performance for only participants in a state of ego depletion.
The second study we chose to look at was pre-competitive achievement goals, stress appraisals, emotions, and coping among athletes, which was done by Adam R. Nicholls from University of Hull, John L. Perry from Leeds Trinity University, and Louis Calmeiro from Durham University. Athletes who participate in competitive sport find themselves stressed, which is normally associated with a wide range of emotions felt in addition. Mechanism that athletes use to control stress is called coping. The research study tested a model of achievement goals, stress appraisals, emotions, and coping while incorporating prior research done by Lazarus called the Cognitive Motivational Relational Theory, the CMRT of emotions. Their hypothesis was based upon Lazarus's model, which was that pre-competitive achievement goals would be associated with appraisals, appraisals with emotions, and emotions with coping. The purpose of their study was to test a model that included key aspects from Lazarus's CMRT of emotions, since very minimal research has occurred within the constructs of his theory. The university students conducted the study from 827 athletes between the ages of 16 and 64, coming from team and individual sports. This included contact and non-contact sports and competitors from international, national, county, club, and beginner levels. Athletes who participated in the study were asked to complete a standardized questionnaire pack that included achievement goals, stress appraisals, pleasant versus unpleasant emotions, and coping. Athletes were asked to complete this questionnaire pack 3 hours prior to competition. In conclusion to their study, their hypothesis and model was supported through their sample and the stratified subsamples. To elaborate on their findings, emotion was also found to be a mediator for the relationship between appraisal and coping. There were also indirect effects of pleasant and unpleasant emotions, therefore the addition of more emotions would have given them a more accurate representation of the stress process. Also, they found that appraisals and emotions demonstrated a great significance in shaping coping. Therefore, in order to properly apply this research into the lifestyles of athletes, coaches and trainers are encouraged to help their athletes focus on mastery approach goals, potential gains in stressful situations, and use logical coping strategies in order for them to effectively manage stress prior to competition.
Hi, I'm Lisa Smith, sports psychologist. Some coping mechanisms that athletes can use surrounding sports performance in result of stress, anxiety, and ego depletion are imagery where the athlete pictures the outcome in their favor to alleviate stress and pressure. Positive self-talk is another mechanism, which is when athletes tell themselves they are capable of being successful and will be successful. These mechanisms have been proven to be beneficial to athletes, and I hope they are for you as well. Tune in next week to sportsworld.net when they will be covering coaching techniques, and don't forget to subscribe to their channel.